sure to check out Agelessgeeks for your figures and collectibles. So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? DD19 here, and today we are doing another episode of Posing with DD19, and this is going to be episode 4, and like what I was saying, I wanted to do a posing session with a swordsman figure, and most of you voted for Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. Now this one here is the Aniplex Buzzmod version. The Figma one did not release yet. I don't know if I'm going to get that one. This one I'm more than happy with. I think Aniplex did a pretty good job with it. There was a few things they could work on to make the figures a bit better. But right here is just one of my favorite poses to put Tanjiro in, period. That's a dope swordsman pose right there. So that's just one of the poses I do like to put this figure in. Now, the main things we need when we pose our figures is their accessories, which I got here. You can always keep a stand, just in case you're doing a jumping, flying type pose, whatever type of pose you plan on putting your figure in. Make sure you go on your phone, laptop, whatever, and Google the character's name to get references for poses. And then, lastly, just have the box handy in case you want to use any poses that you see the figure company use. There's a couple I think I want to try on here. Like this one we're going to do. Maybe this one? I don't know yet. Definitely want to do that one, and then we're going to do some sword wielding poses. Like this one here, I'm going to put him in another sword wielding pose. Going to be very similar to this. I'm just going to switch up which way he's looking. So I want to have him looking to the left and have the sword out in front of him. Like, kind of like how you hold a baseball bat, but he's going to hold it lower, like how you would hold a sword. So let's get on thy way to doing that. So let's move the torso a bit. And these Aniplex figures are pretty damn good to pose, too. They're fun to pose around. It's just the issue I have with the legs popping off very easily. Just irritates the hell out of me. So here we go. Something very simple that I just took him out of the one pose and kind of just turned his body a little bit to this type of pose right here, which looks dope. This is a dope pose. I might end up keeping him in this pose here. So you can see I kind of repositioned the right leg mainly. The left leg I kind of left the same. And the sword and the arms I kind of left the same. I think I moved them down just a little bit. I moved his robe slightly down a bit. Then we kind of moved the torso a bit. And then of course we turned the head as well. So it was pretty easy for me to do that pose because he was pretty much already in this pose right here. So now for the next pose that I want to go for, I think I want to do maybe, let's see, we'll put him in another like swordsman type pose since we already have the sword out. Maybe we'll do something like this right here. Maybe not identical to that, but something similar to that there. So let's get the one hand off there. Alright, take this hand off. Let's get one of the open hands. I actually like these open hands more than these, but let's kind of copy off that picture a little bit. Let's see here. So his torso is kind of twisted a bit. His hands kind of out like that. And the swords with the wrist joint over a bit like that. And let's see, this kind of looks like the right leg's forward and the left leg is back a bit. Get his hand up a bit more. It looks like they kind of have him in a pose like that, which isn't too bad. That's a pretty cool pose actually. Sorry if I'm moving the camera, but there we go. I did pretty simple to do that. That wasn't too bad to do. You do have to hinge the toe joint on the left foot there, and you have the right foot flat on the ground, knees bent, of course, the left leg's back a bit more. The torso you turn to the right. You can crunch it to the side a bit, like pivot it a bit. And then of course you have the left arm out, the right arm out, and then the head you kind of tilt upward. Well, not, yeah, tilt upward a bit more and kind of looking more forward, like where the right leg is going forward. That's the way I did this pose here, which isn't too difficult to do. And then the robe, for some reason I didn't really pose it. I kind of just left it how it was, but that's a pretty cool pose right there to put Tanjiro into. So that is pose number 2. Now I want to put him in just like a regular standing pose, just holding the sword. So we'll do that, and then we'll do the pose with the box here that Nezuko is in, and then I want to do the last pose with this here, which will be pretty dope. So let's get Tanjiro into a new pose. Alright, so for this pose, let's get the legs back to normal here. Alright, get this robe down here. Okay, I'm going to put the regular open hand on him. I'm going to switch. Actually, I'm going to leave this face on here. I feel like this is just the best face that we got with this Tanjiro figure here, the angry teeth gritted face. So I'm going to leave that face on the figure. And this pose here is going to be him like pretty much ready for battle with the sword out and everything. And just a regular standing pose is very simple to do with your figures. Get that out the way. And there we go. Another easy pose to do with the figure. And so far I've been lucky in the legs. Haven't tried to pop off on me. But this is another pose that's dope to put Tanjiro into. Just a basic standing pose with the sword out, ready for battle. Pretty cool looking. It's probably like one of the easiest poses to get the figure into. So there is another cool pose to put Tanjiro into. Now we're going to do something similar. I'm going to put him in like a walking pose with this on here. So get that out there. Get the other open hand on him. Then we got to switch the faces. And we got to put the handle of the sword sheath in here. There we go. Kind of have him walking this way. Oops. And I want to get this on. Alright. Get that on over there, then flip this under the arm. Alright, there we go. Now he's ready to get posed, which I started kind of posing him a bit already. So do that and that. Move that foot back. Hinge the toe joint there. Damn it. Stay down there, torso. And almost got it. Like that should be bent a bit more. Alright, there we go. So I got him in a like a walking pose, like he's on to his next mission with the box that has Nezuko inside there on it. The walking with the legs, I didn't do, I guess, as good as I could have done. Could have done them a bit better. Then as you see, I kind of made the torso go to the right a little bit, and I swung the left arm forward and the right arm back. And then the head, I kind of moved to the left just a bit. So pretty, the walking pose isn't too difficult to master. But once, the more you do it, the more you do something, the more you get better at it. You know what I mean? So the more you practice, the better you get. So there's another cool pose to put them in. Now we could do the badass pose that most of you are probably wanting to see with the flame effect here. So I've learned this hook piece of the flame, that's the best part to put down here because this doesn't fall off or roll off. I think right about there is good. Alright, so we got that set up. Whoops, his entire head came off. Let me get this off here. Yeah. Get the sword handle out again. Put this head back on. And we're going to swap for the angry teeth gritted head sculpt once again. Alright, there we go. Get the gripping hands back on here. And he needs both gripping hands for this pose, because this pose here, let me just show you what it looks like quickly so you can get an idea. So we're going to do this one here. So you can see he has the one leg up. You could either use the bent pre-posed knee, or you could just bend the knee that he already has on the articulated one, which is what I just do. I just bend that knee there, and then the left leg, as you can see, is touching on the ground there. So let's try to replicate this really cool pose here. So do something like this. Kind of like has the sword swinging downward. Like I said, you got to get that one right knee up. Push ankle joint down. This one's kind of like pushing off the ground. And then it looks like the torso is kind of tilted to the side there. Alright, let's try this here. Just gonna do something like this. I mean, you can make it so both toe hinges are on the ground. You could have them doing like something like this, maybe. And if you want to articulate or pose around the robe there, you can. You could do something, I guess, like this. Let's see if he stays. Come on, damn toe hinge. Almost got it. Telling you, when you try to balance a figure on the toe hinges, it's a pain in the ass. Almost got it, almost got it. Come on, you bastard. Starting to make me sweat. I'm freaking sweating over here. Jeez. I had to take my long sleeve shirt off. Here, let me. To make it easier, if you want to try to balance these toe hinges out first before you pose them next to the flame effect, you could do that. Like, there we go, I got it. So now all we have to do is now position him with flame effect here. Damn it. Now, sometimes posing can be something you need to have patience with in order to perfect a pose or get a pose the way you want to get your figure. Damn toe hinges. I almost got it. What's crazy is I just had him standing on them just before. Damn it, come on, Tanjiro, damn you! How the hell did a fist get over there? I got it. I got it. Ah! There we go. After sweating my ass off, I finally got it done. Tanjiro with the flame effect there. And that's a dope pose to put him in on display if you can get it down. Make sure you, if you do a pose like that, you put him on a display that it doesn't have a door like a D-top. If you do have a D-top that you're going to put him on, use a stand, because he will constantly fall over if you have him balancing on his toes right there. But as you can see, it's a dope pose once you have him set up on it. Pretty damn awesome. This is an awesome figure. It's a fun figure to pose around, and it has a good posability, and you do have a good enough of display options with the accessories as well. So combining the two, you do have a pretty good amount of posing and display options with this figure. But that will do it on this episode of Posing with DD19, featuring the Aniplex Buzzmod TANJIRO. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell. And if you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, oh well, I guess you didn't like it. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. I need to get the thumbnail picture for this Tanjiro. So you gotta take like 5, 6 different pictures just to make sure you get the proper one.